Today is January 10th, 2026. Last few days, more and more people have gave up. What are you doing? Be like up in New York. What are you doing? Seriously. I haven't figured that out. You get caught up in the social media hype of harming and stalking someone, you can go to jail. Okay, today's the 10th. On, what was it? The 8th, we were in Home Depot in Maslin. Good and bad around me, swarm at me all the time. I've learned to live like this for 7 years. 7 freaking years. Some idiots are in there for the shower scene in the other room. Now, they already confessed that they photoshopped washing in the shower in the other room. Okay. Oh, they're going to file it. It's like they can't file it. Then other 2 guys are in there. We found out her family didn't know anything about it. They didn't report it. These people lied. And they won't have anything to do with it. Nobody better say a word. Yeah. So I go out to the car, and I know my car is bugged. I know they hacked the case. So I start going over the 4th Amendment. Requires a court order to be in somebody's home. Police and agencies only under a threat of life with statements. Court order. It's a right to privacy. Because you also have a right to remain quiet and right to an attorney. See what I mean? Like I said, when she reads the law, it's really not funny. Oh, and when you read the HIPAA laws, their scam is like the Twilight Zone. Literally. Like Twilight Zone crazy people. Of things that can never happen. They're so absurd and so psychotic, it's not even funny. The law of HIPAA, the right of privacy over your medical records. An individual cannot even break in your home and steal your medical records and use them against you. There's a scenario of an attorney approaching a hospital, a doctor to get information. They do not have a signed consent, picture ID, and they do not call and verify it was you releasing information to them. It is a 10-year sentence and loss of license for everyone. It's illegal for a doctor to tape you unaware, 10 years. It's illegal for them to drug you and tape you unaware and tell you to say stuff, definitely. And then have you beaten, raped under drugs and human trafficked? My God. Like December 1st, 25, Walmart 62, an investigator came in. Michelle said, Michelle showed up at my office and told us that these people admitted this whole thing was a scam to extort money from the government. They wanted to scare me into calling the FBI. Have that agent open a case, and they were going to thought they could trick him out of the informant money. That was their scam. So, that her ex-husband was involved. November 23rd, 25, Macy's Summit Mall. Girls yelling out how they needed someone to run a scam on to extort money out of the government. Her ex-husband said that they could use her if they made sure he got everything during the divorce. Okay? So that's where the guy said that Michelle told on him. All right, and that the doctor from before was not one of hers. He works for them, and they had lied. She actually don't know who he is. Well, my God, let's put it this way. If my doctors are out breaking in private homes, stabbing ladies with hypnotic drugs, telling them to say something horrible, having them beaten, raped, and human trafficked under drugs, and selling kiddie porn, it'd be time to get a new doctor. Because nobody wants a Jack the Ripper doctor. And it's not one of mine, thank God. See, people haven't even looked at it with common sense. Oh my God. And she doesn't know who he is. Okay? And that guy, Pete, that was in his office running her mouth about her, found out that she doesn't even know who he is. It's just some guy her ex-husband hired on his own. And for him to do that. Hmm? And these people admitted to using hypnotic drugs on her and drugged her and told her to say it before and photoshopped that weird with yourself. It's a photoshopped of washing yourself in the shower in the other room. And this whole thing was a scam to extort money out of the government. Now, like I said, with HIPAA violations, no doctor can talk about you without your consent. It's a 10-year federal prison sentence, loss of medical license. They cannot show your medical records to anybody else. 10 years of stealing documents. They can't pull somebody else's without their signed consent, picture ID, and the people releasing it verify it was you, or it's loss of license for everybody. 10 years. Unforgiving HIPAA violations for people with licenses. No attorney can approach a hospital or a doctor without the signed consent, picture ID, and they call and verify it was you releasing information, or they lose their license in 10 years federal. They can't. It's so strict. You cannot break in a private home, steal somebody's medical records, and try to use them against them. It's 10 years for an individual. So can they have my medical records? No. They said in January of 19, they had fake paperwork to make it look official. It's not true about her. The guy wrote it up, didn't like her. Told him get rid of it. With the doctor not being one of mine, works for them, and they lied, and she doesn't know who he is. I bet it's fake paperwork. Because the whole thing's a scam. May 26, 25. Walmart 62, the cartel comes in. We heard they were May 25th, 25. They were making fun of this in Summit Mall about this being a whole scam from Bill from the Freemason. So they came in Walmart 62. We heard they were making fun of this whole scam from Bill from the Freemason of the dirty doctor not being one of hers. Works for them, and they had lied that he was one of her doctors. She don't know who he is, and the whole thing's a scam. May 30th, 25, 1 o'clock in the morning, the Louisville police were outside talking to a lady, part of the extortion group. How they found the original case. My ex-husband hired 2 men on his own. One said he was an attorney that made it, so it made it legal. No, it didn't. It made it worse illegal. They know better. The law is if attorney sets up button cameras in your home, they are to be disbarred, criminally charged, felony invasion of privacy, cyber stalking, illegal monitoring, and voyeurism. Sex offender, taking naked pictures of people without their permission. You have a right to privacy in your home. You have a right to remain quiet. A right to an attorney. You also have a freedom of speech. See, that's where these people are just crazy. And, you know, their scam is so ridiculous and so absurd. It's like the Twilight Zone of every law that can't be broke. And it's just like Agent John. I know they're idiots walking in your office confessing they were doing all this to me, thinking they could fool you. We also know, due to the freedom of speech, they do not have the authority to, you don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. It takes a judge and a jury trial. You're only a higher police officer. Freedom of speech, only a judge. And then you already told hundreds of people that you already know is being drugged, being raped, and didn't care. Before the case started. On a recorded line, you admitted you had all the church people in your office. They already knew the FBI was involved. So why would I stay quiet if all the bad guys stop? Exactly. Exactly. And then you've already told and talked to them. So, that's where, you had to been playing them, because you admitted on a recorded line, you made fun of me for some dirty doctor, I still don't know who it is, and some guy named Pete, I still don't know who it is, and it's just a big scam, big fraud scheme, as my friend Walter said. And then you don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. I do need my money to help my family. My new husband and I probably need new names and socials because of his family threatening our lives, because they wanted that farm and these people inciting him that they should bash in his head, kidnap him, and take him out to Youngstown, have him found incompetent, threaten to bash my head in. They've even threatened that they're coming for him. They've tried to frame him. It's been horrible, and he should not live the last of his years in fear. And if they ever get a hold of him, they will kill him. They thought that land was worth millions, and it wasn't. It's just lies they told each other that grew and grew and grew. And for the thought of big money, people will do horrible things. Absolute horrible. And, but I helped the FBI get a lot of drug cartel. You got a lot of information off my case. These people are so dumb. And they are so dumb. It's mind-boggling. You know, like my friend Walter from the prosecutor's office. Karen, you don't realize you're in one of the many witness protection programs. Informants are different. You stay to yourself. You feed them information. You can tell whoever you want. That agent don't have enough authority to even ask you to stay quiet. He's only a higher police officer. It takes a judge in a jury trial for freedom of speech. Criminal attorneys told me the same thing, and the police. Okay. All right. So, and you are not only an informant case, but a threat and attempt to lie case. The Department of Justice will put the FBI in jail if they ever try to drop you. Get the money for risking your life to get them information. I hope you get a lot of information. And you fed me to the wolves. And I have a lot of injuries. I need a medical card. And I need my money. And we probably need, because then we can live anywhere we want. We don't have the same social groups. And we can live anywhere we want. And see, I pray for freedom. I dreamed of it 7 years ago. Living my life without fear. These people are so dumb. They said, even though that agent told on her before, if she said something, the case was completely over. The case can never be closed. Like Walter said, until you die. You can never get out of a witness protection program. The rest of your life, the most the FBI could do is put you in another one. You can never get out. They can never close the case till I die. It's a threat and attempt to life case. And the FBI has been working it. But these people are ridiculously stupid. They tell these people, oh, they already closed that case. Soon as she said something, the FBI was involved. The agent already told Apostolic Church of Brockton he knew I was being drug, beaten, raped, and didn't care. And acted like a crazy call person, and then on a recorded line admitted he had all the church people in his office and knew they were trying to kill me, mocking me. Made fun of me for some guy named Pete. I still don't know who he is, and some kind of crazy doctor. I have no idea who he is either. And it's just a scam they were running on me. And he admitted he knew everything. And everybody already knew the FBI was involved, and then he don't have the authority. They have been playing on people's stupidity. Absolute stupidity. That's where this whole thing is redundant and ridiculous on ungodly levels. I'm going to go ahead and upload this.